Hey guys, happy Friday to you. Friday morning. Still dark outside here. Just wanted to pass a couple updates for you, a few announcements. I'm going to do a couple, maybe one other, this video on another one. The other one is going to be some clarification regarding our pay structure and the safety program. I'm going to clear up some maybe misconceptions or questions that we've had about being on time and all that stuff. Okay, so that's not this video. I just wanted to let you know that there's another one coming besides this one. For this one, there's maybe 8 announcements in here. They're just quick hitters, and I'll try to get through them quick, but as always, if you have any questions, let me know. So first thing is, it's wintertime, or damn near wintertime. It's getting colder, so mainly talking to you guys who haven't been here maybe a full year with us yet, or didn't work last winter, or whatever, but there's a chance the product that you're hauling needs to have the heat turned on. All the food grade oils do, coconut oil, canola oil, so just pay attention to what you're hauling. And if you have any questions, just call into dispatch. They'll be able to let you know if you need to have heat on or not. So if you're in doubt, just give us a call or text message, and we'll let you know. So the next thing is, I wanted to kind of back all the way up and maybe explain a little more of why there seems to be out of nowhere, is kind of what I've heard, a push for safety mechanisms all of a sudden. It's not anything that's all of a sudden. It's something that I've been saying probably since I got here, is that this company, this facility is behind in safety. It has been for who knows how long. So one of the reasons that it seems like there might be a big push is because all these federal agencies, and you could probably do a little bit of online research to verify this, but all these federal agencies, OSHA, FMCSA, DOT, even the IRS, you may have seen a headline or two about the IRS hiring 80,000 more employees. So that's great. Really looking forward to that around tax time. That'll be terrific. But the point is that these agencies are hiring more people, or at least that's what the perception is, and they're knocking on more doors. In the case of the DOT or FMCSA, they're visiting more companies, looking for things, looking for reasons, to find companies, find things wrong. So that's not the only reason. Like I said, that this seems like there's this big push, but it is a contributing factor. So I want you to be aware of that. It's not like anybody is just trying to get in your way or trying to stand between you and the bonus. The criteria for the bonus has been the same since long before I got here. Okay, and when we wrote that policy, this current policy, we didn't change any of the criteria. So it's been that way for a while, and it is kind of with regard to what it takes to get your safety bonus, it's kind of strict, and that's by design. And so I think you would probably agree that it's easier to make maybe a strict policy as a starting baseline, and then if we have to dial it back based on information that we get over time, it probably be easy. It probably is probably will be more well received if we make it a little easier rather than make it a little harder. So again, it's a baseline, it's a starting point. That's what we needed to do. We needed to have something in place that was documented, and each one of you had a copy of. So that's what that is. I'm gonna, like I said, do another message to clarify what it means to be on time with regard to the pay structure and the safety policy. So I think a lot of the drivers are getting wrapped around the axle about being on time, and if it's not my fault. And I think I told you before, if it's not your fault, you're not going to get penalized for it. So, but again, another video coming to clarify all that. So if somebody, one of these agencies, OSHA, and it applies to the facility here too, it's not just the safe driving that we're worried about. If they were to come in and find one or two things wrong, that would put us in a tight spot, and I don't want that to happen. So the gentleman who did the safety meeting for us, for the driver safety meeting a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, I guess now, he's going to come in and he's going to do a mock DOT audit for us. He used to do those when he was still a state trooper. And, I want him to come in and find everything. And depending on what he finds and what he tells us we need to focus on, we may end up tweaking the criteria of the safety program to tailor it, to more of what we should be paying attention to, according to somebody who's got first-hand experience with all this. So that audit is happening, I want to say first week in November 9th or something like that. So if you come in here and there's paper everywhere and files everywhere, that's probably what's going on. So that's number 2 or 3. I'm just looking through my notes here to make sure we hit everything. I'm going to send you a separate video. It's a 27-minute video done by another guy who was a former DOT inspector, roadside inspector, DOT auditor. He has a YouTube channel. I think it's called Trucking Wins or something like that. But this dude breaks everything down. And the video that I'm going to send you is specifically on personal conveyance, which is an area we have had some issues with. So please watch that video. It breaks everything down. And he talks about the 4 instances where it's in black and white, okay? There's no gray area, which some parts of, the regulations, there's a ton of gray area, which makes it so hard. But watch the video. He talks about 4 areas that are in black and white. You can PC. The main takeaways are, the reason, for whatever reason you're going to legally PC, that's great, but it has to be annotated in your logs. You have to make a remark in there. And that goes for pay too. If you're broke down for 24 hours, you need to annotate that so we know to pay you for that time. But please watch the video. It breaks everything down. If you have any questions or further, need further clarification, let me know. And I want you guys to know that when we get calls from drivers and you ask about PC, what I'm picturing in my head is me standing in front of a judge explaining, having to explain what the situation was with regard to PC. Okay, that's how seriously I take it. I don't want anybody to be able to come in here and say, we're running an unsafe operation. And on the flip side, but equal importance, your time. Your time is the most valuable asset on the planet. We can never get more time back. So I need you to understand that with regard to your time and quality of life and all that, I'm already on your side. So what we need to do is figure out how to work together and make the correct remarks in our logs and all that. So everything's legit, but it's also, conducive to you having, your a good balance of, work-life balance. So continue to work with us on that. We're going to be passing more guidance probably after this audit on what we want to see. But the main thing is, like I said, I don't want anybody to be able to come in here and say that we have a culture that is unsafe. And that's really what these federal inspectors are looking for. They're looking for the companies with bad culture so they can put them out of business or put them out of service or whatever. That's what they're looking for. That's the last thing I want to happen. So we have to take steps to to make sure that doesn't happen. So, okay, moving on. You'll see in the driver's lounge that FMCSA big green book. It needs to be in your truck. If you don't have one, get it and put it in your truck. There's also fuse kits for you guys. If you don't already have one, you can take one. There's also safety glasses out there. I'm working with the shop right now to get the common supplies that you guys need put in the driver's room, light bulbs and whatever, whatever probably won't put fluids there, but we'll see. We're working on that right now because there's really not a convenient spot to put all that stuff for you guys right now. So the next thing is we have a local Boy Scout troop that comes in here about once a month, and we donate to them for their Boy Scout camps, but they come in and wash trucks and trailers for us. If you get in your truck on Sunday or Monday and the seats moved or things look out of place, that's why. They're not cleaning the interiors, but obviously we have to get the trucks pulled in so they can wash them and clean them for you. So just nothing more to be concerned about with that. I just want you to be aware of it is all. So the pet policy, I hope you've had a chance to review that. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, I want to stress the fact that it's not an open pet policy, but the nature of the business, we need to allow exceptions to the rule. So, some of you guys stay out for a couple, 3-4 months at a time. And I know if I was doing that, I would want my dog with me. So, just understand that we have to have certain things in place to regulate something like that. So, next one is the Smart Dollar resource. I hope you use that. It doesn't look like too many of you have signed up yet. I would encourage you to do that. Okay, even if you just get signed up and start using it, and you learn a couple things, it's already paid for itself. Again, so it's not a free. Excuse me, it's not a free resource for us. It's free to all our employees, but the company pays for that. So, like I said before, if there's not enough participation, then we'll look at doing something else and we'll cancel it. We have the contract for a year. So get signed up. If you have any questions about that, let me know as far as how to do that. And it's a really good resource, regardless of where you are financially. Doesn't matter if doesn't matter where you are. It's a good resource. So take a look at it. And if you have any questions, let me know. The class, the training and education reimbursement that we just started, one of the drivers came to me and said, "Hey, I want to take a first aid class. Is that within the scope of the program?" And absolutely, yes, it is. So you don't ever know what type of situations that you're going to be in out there. And really, anybody that works here in the tank wash or shop or whatever, yes, first aid is applicable to everything. So if that's something you want to do, find your course and then come and talk to me about how much we're going to reimburse you for or whatever, or the process or whatever. So I think the last thing is the floor in the tank wash. The area that you're not supposed to walk anymore. We're going to have that floor redone. So they're going to do it over Thanksgiving for us, which means the tank wash will be shut down Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the week of Thanksgiving. So just understand there's going to be dispatch related things that we're going to have to work around because we won't be able to wash tanks here. So now, after the floor is done, we can look at a different traffic pattern other than just staying the hell out of there, which is what we're doing right now. But I'm not sure that anything's going to change. There's a couple, 3 certifications that I want to get for the tank wash. Cargill certified, Roquette certified, some of these sweetener companies that have their own certifications, and they will not allow a tank to load at their facility unless the tank was washed at one of these certified facilities. So Cargill's one of them. Roquette's one of them. JPA, Juice Products Associations, Juice Product Association certification is another one that I like to get. So I'm not sure any of those are going to allow any non-tank wash employee foot traffic anyway. But like I said, when it's done and we get a little further, maybe we'll look at a different traffic pattern and figure out how to make it safe. But don't hold me to that, because like I said, nothing may, it may be that, we're not allowed to do that anyway. So just, again, work with us on that. Don't put me in a position by walking through there that I don't want to be in. Don't make me have a conversation with you that we don't need to have. So if there's issues with the doors and the new access control, you need to let me know, because we paid a lot of money to make this place a little more secure after hours, and if it's not working the way it needs to, I would really enjoy being able to have a conversation with the vendor about that. So I think that's it, guys. Sorry, this went longer than I anticipated, but just as always, let me know if you have any questions, and I'm going to do another video to clarify, like I said, the pay structure for drivers and the safety policy with regard to being on time. All right? Thanks, guys. Happy Friday. Bye.